We begin with the Donald Trump White House beginning to take shape as he fills two key positions.
But many people across the country are still not taking the outcome of the election in stride. Protesters hit the streets in major cities for the fifth straight night, outraged over Trump's policies and controversial comments. After deriding China throughout much of his campaign, Trump has now spoken to the Chinese president and says they've established a clear sense of mutual respect.
And Trump sat down for his first TV interview since the election to clarify some of his signature campaign promises and address the anger on display in many cities.
Don't be afraid. We are going to bring our country back, but certainly don't be afraid. You know, we just had an election, and sort of like you have to be given a little time.
Mr. Trump was also asked about acts of violence popping up in his name or against his supporters, and about reports of racial slurs and personal threats against minorities by some of his supporters.
I'm very surprised to hear that. I hate to hear that. I am so saddened to hear that, and I say stop it if it helps. I will say this, and I'll say it right to the camera: stop it.
Trump addressed a number of his top campaign promises during the 60 Minutes interview, including building a wall along the Mexican border.
They're talking about a fence in the Republican Congress.
Sure.
Would you accept a fence?
For certain areas I would, but certain areas the wall is more appropriate. I'm very good at this. It's called construction.
And on his campaign pledge to deport millions of undocumented immigrants, he said that would begin immediately.
What we are going to do is get the people that are criminal and have criminal records, gang members, drug dealers. We have a lot of these people, probably 2 million, it could even be 3 million. We're getting them out of our country, or we're going to incarcerate.